Goddess Raakachi Amman. She is my family deity. According to Indian culture, particularly Tamil Nadu, that a group of people who have been related with one another as brothers, whether it might come as direct or otherwise indirect, could have the custom of inheriting a god or a goddess as their family deity from the very beginning of their ancestral life path. After having done the first Khumbabhishegam on 25th February 1993, now it's been the second Khumbabhishegam, which has taken place on 6th February 2014. In colloquial Tamil, it's been mentioned as Pangauli, one who inherits the same god or goddess as the family deity. So, the function had been a very grand function, which had been organized by all the Pungaulis, one who are worshipping our goddess, Raakachi Amman. Actually, this function had been celebrated for 2 days. The day before the Khumbabhishegam, at night, the temple premises had been occupied with temporary shops and most of the people from both local and outside, as a special Tamil drama, named as Vali Thirumanam had been staged, until the dawn of Khumbabhishegam. Here, I want to just brief with you the essence of Khumbabhishegam and how it's been done in temples. In our case, as it had been the second function, after having done it already on 25th February 1993, we had to renovate the already existing deities of Periyakarapu, Chinakarapu, and Soane Same, with new addition of Lord Muruga as the parawar deities, which mean the god or goddess around the circumambulation path of the presiding deity, that here, After having sculptured the aforesaid deities, all of them had been taken to our native village Tamaraaky. It's been situated in Sivagangai district of Tamil Nadu, and again very near to Thiruvadavur, which is the birthplace of Monica Wasagar, the fierce disciple of Lord Shiva. After having taken the sculptured deities to the temple premises, they would have been treated with some holy rituals before having consecrated on the day of Khumbabhishegam. As the first stage, all of those newly sculptured statues were kept in the water for 48 days, which has been called as water sanctification. Normally, 48 days should have been the time slot for water sanctification. But, in some cases, according to the urgency of consecration, the 48 days might have been reduced to the days that the Shivacharyas would have decided. For this water treatment, a huge tank had been already built at the temple premises. After having done the water sanctification, again the statues were kept under the fresh paddy, for the second sanctification called as Dhanya Wasam, in Tamil language. This also had been kept for 48 days, or up to the days, what the Shivacharyas had told. The third and the final sanctification would have been called as Swarnavasam, in which the statues were applied with the sandal paste, and the coins could have been stuck all over the paste, since the coins are said to be Swarnam in Tamil language. So the three processes of sanctification, namely, water, seeds, that is, paddy, and money had been done properly to the newly sculptured statues, and they would have been ready for consecration on the day of Khumbabhishegam. The day before the Khumbabhishegam, that is, 5th February of 2014, at night, the local village people had arranged a Tamil drama, namely, Vali Thirumanam, which had been staged to the whole full night, until the dawn of Khumbabhishegam. The next day, on 6th February, that is on the day of Khumbabhishegam, Yagasala had been arranged for the holy rituals, which would have been the key factor for the completion of Khumbabhishegam. While the divine chantings had been going on, the Koa Puja also had been done, coincidentally. According to Hindu mythology, the cow, otherwise called as Kamathunu, has been praised as the compilation of all gods and goddesses who have been residing in it. In Tamil language, Koa means the cow. In the Yagasala, the pots, filled with the holy water, would have been arranged in an array, so that the chantings towards various deities could have sanctified the water filled in that pots. From that holy pots, or otherwise called as khumbas, some holy threads would have been made to reach the feet of the deities, to which the consecration might have been done with. For more than 2 hours, the mantras had been chanted, by which the power would have been transformed into the holy water filled in that khumbas. After having done the chantings of holy mantras, the holy water filled in the pots would have been charged with the powers of celestial gods, as they could have been fed with the things burnt in the holy fire of Yajna, or otherwise called as Homam. So the pots filled with the holy water could have been ready for Khumbabhishegam. So, when the auspicious time for the Khumbabhishegam came, the Shivacharyas, on having taken the pots filled with the holy water on their heads, could have circumambulated the temple's pragharam, and could climb on the ladders, which could pave way to the khumbam, at the top of the sanctum's tower. There they had chanted the mantras, while having poured the holy water on the khumbam. the holy water filled in the pots were taken to the top of both the shrines of Raakachi Amman and Lord Vishnu, and that there, the Shivacharyas again chanted the mantras, so that the Garuda, the transcendental carrier of Lord Vishnu, would have circumambulated over the aerial path of the temple premises. It's a belief that the Khumbabhishegam would have been conducted in the right and proper way, only if the Garuda should have circumambulated over the aerial path of the temple premises. Then only, it's believed to be accepted by the gods, or the goddesses of that temple. When the Shivacharyas chanted and invited the Garuda, the transcendental carrier of Lord Vishnu, in order to accept their sincere devotion, what a surprise! From a long distance, 2 Garudas had rushed to the spot, that is, the temple premises, and circumambulated over the aerial path of the temple premises. The gathering people around the shrines, while having seen the arrival of 2 Garudas, began to shout with the gay, and had understood the full acceptance of the presiding deity, and the Parivar deities.